Okay, so let's get our carrots in the oven. They're going to take a little bit of time as well. Now, again, these are whole carrots.
Just throw them right on?
Yeah, now these big ones will split in half. Now, this is a kind of a home-friendly version of a dish we do at the restaurant. Okay.
We like that. I enjoy home friendly.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to intimidate anyone. I mean, if they could do what they did at the restaurant, then they wouldn't come into the restaurant. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
there you go, exactly.
Now at the restaurant, these, we blanch them first, and then they get roasted in the oven, then they get grilled over wood chips.
Wow.
So it's a 3-step process to get all this flavor into them. It's a very long process. We're just gonna simply roast these, and what we're gonna do is take a little bit more of this Latin spice here. Okay, and we're gonna get these fairly well coated, you know, kind of almost blackened. Okay, we're gonna go back to 1986 here, blacken our carrots. There's a little bit more spice over here.
Nice. Now, is this a recipe that's in your cookbook?
This is in our Vedge cookbook. Now we use a blackening. We don't put a lot of salt in our blackening spice, so we're going to actually add.
So you make all of this yourself?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Now, again, you know, buy it for your, you know, buy your BAM spice or whatever it is, you know, at home. Okay, so a little salt, little pepper. Okay, and now we want to just get a nice layer of fat on these, and again, this is.
So that's really important when you're roasting, isn't it?
Absolutely, because if not, then you know, ovens are very dry, and if you don't have a coating of fat on there, you're going to have basically vegetable skin against that dry air.
Shrivel up.
It's just going to shrivel up. Yeah, who needs that?
Nobody wants that.
Right, that's a bad vegetable dish. So we're going to get these coated. And again, use as much fat as you need to. The carrots aren't going to absorb this. They're going to eventually repel it, and you'll be left with the extra oil in the pan that you can get rid of, or build a sauce out of, depending on how much you like oil.
And you want to roast these cut side up or down?
Well, we're going to roast them cut side down, because we're going to we call this the face of them. We're going to caramelize the face a little bit. Okay, so let's just get them coated, and it's a beautiful process because they really caramelize in the oven so well.
Yeah, a lot of sugar in there.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
That's
like you're reading my mind.
Yep.
You've done this before.
I sure have.
Okay, just a little bit extra on top. And again, I'm not too worried about it. Some vegetables absorb.
Right, like eggplant, mushrooms.
Eggplant, mushrooms, absolutely. They will keep drinking. Carrots do not. So you're not gonna
So don't be afraid of the oil.
Don't be afraid, because you'll just pour it off.
Right.
Yeah.
Now it's going to help them get nice and brown.
Exactly. If you don't have enough, it's not going to work. And whatever's left over, you can make a sauce or a carrot vinaigrette.
Yeah, totally.
Out of.
Oh, carrot vinaigrette would be lovely.
Now let's get these carrots into the hot oven.
Awesome.
Now I like to keep this really hot. I'm talking like
500.
550 hot.
Okay, as hot as it'll go.
As hot as it will go.
Whew,
let's put them in there. You know, we have 2 temperatures at the restaurant. It's either off or high.
Okay.
So you want to keep them really, really hot. Wow, look at that.
Oh,
now hear that sizzle. It's almost like you've got them in a frying pan.
Yeah, exactly.
This is that caramelization I was telling you about. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. There's so much natural sugar in the carrots.
They're really nice and brown.
So beautiful. The seasonings have cooked on there. Now, like I told you, as promised, all that oil did not absorb, okay?
Yeah.
It's on the pan. Get rid of it if you don't want it.
It looks like even more than you started with, somehow.
Exactly. That's how they make oil. So basically, what's going to happen now? Now, if you really want to, you can save this oil. It's got a beautiful color in there from the Southwest spice, from the beta-carotene in the carrots. We're going to give them a last shot of flavor on the char grill right now. Now, do you have any tongs that I can borrow from you?
Sure.
Wonderful. Okay, so what we're going to do, we have a nice hot grill over here. Now, at the restaurant, we use wood chips. And over the years, we discovered wood chips are not wood chips across the board. We use a combination of hickory, mesquite, cherry, and apple.
Wow.
Hickory's very intense. So
Really
very little of
yeah.
that. Mesquite's very sweet. Apple and cherry are very sweet. And you get a nice sweet smoke and not a blast of it. So again, we have the face. Look at all that color, especially right here, that caramelization.
We're going to get even more of that.
Even more. And again, we left the skin on for that great effect.
I love that you left the skin on. Everyone thinks they need to peel carrots, but why?
Well, then it's a salad. So right now, it gets kind of crackly on the grill too, which is nice. So we'll just kind of grill these up here. And they don't need much. Now, obviously, if you see a flame, you want to go right away from that. You want to run.
You don't want them to burn.
Exactly. Okay, it's pretty hot, so look at that.
Oh, wow, that was fast.
Isn't that gorgeous?
No kidding.
And I love this kind of, you know, at Vedge we call it elegant rusticity. You know, you have a beautiful, elegant plate, but what you have on there is full of smoke and fire and char. Okay, so that kind of rustic, brings out your rustic cave person side there.
I like that.
All right. Now, what I've done here, just so you know, little trick, it's cooler right here. Like I can almost put my hand right here, really hot right here. I've left the bigger part down at the heat.
Very smart.
And the tip where it's cool. That way we're gonna cook them more evenly. And these are done.
Wow.
Okay?
Now, are these really soft and tender on the inside, or are they a little al dente?
They're right in between. Now, I tell my cooks at Vedge, when you are eating one of these carrots, what you want to do, take a steak knife, cut through it. If it mushes, you've got baby food. Nobody wants that.
Right.
If it's crunchy, you have a salad. Nobody
Right.
wants that either. It should slide through with just a little resistance.
So you need to find that sweet spot.
You got to get that sweet spot in the cooking. So there's a lot of, again, people don't usually give this kind of attention to vegetables. It's something you're doing on the side while you're cooking your protein. But what we do is cook our vegetables like most chefs cook their main proteins. And just to show you how much flavor's in there.